Hi there, Mark here again, and welcome to this video, which is part 2 of my build for the Ford Gt Mk2 body part set. Eventually this will go on my TT02 chassis, but I think you can get this as a separate set. So this is just the build of the body, and this is where we got to in part 1. So we did all the prep and the 4 coats of paint that I put on this body to get this far, and I finished off with taking off that protective film, and yeah, that pearlescent paint does look rather nice. Chuffed with that. At the same time I also sprayed these buttresses, so we're going to have to be fitting these on. They go kind of like that and fit across from the cockpit to the rear wing. Looks rather nice. And then I've also done the light cases. Just take off the protective film on this one. Nice and shiny. So there's quite a few stickers that go in here. You can't, I think, well, they're not really ready for LEDs. I suppose you could put some LEDs in if you wanted to, but you get a comprehensive set of stickers that make it, well, they replicate the original lights, so that'll look cool. So I've got up to step 5 in the build guide, which, as you can see, starting to put all these numbered stickers on, and it does say to put them in number order, so starting at number 1, which is along the side at the bottom of the sill there. So I will do that. There might be times where I'm going to deviate from this, but we'll see. Obviously I'm not going to show sticking every one on, because we'll be here for hours and hours, but I think it will take me, well, I would say maybe a couple of days on and off to get this done. Just the cutting out takes a long time. But yeah, so let's have a look at the stickers. Here they are. So you've got the main livery, the colour stuff that goes on the body, and then you've got the detail stuff, which is like your scoops and your vents and window surrounds, lights and so on, the rear lights. So we'll get on with it, and I'll just fast forward most of it. But if I come to any parts I think are rather tricky or need a bit of explanation, then I'll focus on those when I get to them. So let's get cracking. So this is number 1, or should I say they are number 1. There's more than 136 stickers if you take that into account. I wonder how many more there's going to be like this. So yeah, you can just see very faintly there's a blue strip, and I think that goes at the top. The black goes at the bottom. So yeah, always like to get the first one on. So yes, offer it up. Hopefully it's somewhere near the right size. Yep. So let's get this one on. Yeah, so I just want to make sure there's no white of the body showing underneath, because that'll spoil it. I'll just put it as low as I can. So there we go. First one's done. Right, I've got to admit this is trickier than I thought it was going to be. Well, I thought it was going to be tricky, and yeah, it's turning out to be tricky. It's difficult to tell from the instructions exactly where to line them up, because the stickers all kind of end up going into one piece, if you know what I mean. If you look at the side here, it all just looks like one finished item, and there's no outline of the sticker. So what I've done to try and make sure I've got them all in exactly the right place before to stick them down is I've just cut them out. I've got a bit of blue tack, just tacked them into place, so make sure that it all lines up. These are in numbered order, so it's that one, then that one, and then that one. And it looks like there's a bit of a cut that needs to be put in there. It doesn't show that on the instructions, but I assume that's what that is. And then the last one that finishes this piece is this here. And it's got a bit of black and a bit of the blue at the top there, that matches up, and I think that then sticks over that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, but so like I say, if you're not sure, I think it's best to just line everything up first before you stick it down, because once it's all firmly pushed down, it's going to be difficult to put right if it's wrong. I think the main thing to focus on with applying this one is making sure there's no white of the bodywork showing through the gap. It's a, yeah, really fine line to follow is that. So that was number 3, this is number 5. I think this lines up with the shut line of the door. Okay, I think that's looking okay. There's no white poking through. That's quite tricky to get that one in. Oh dear. Now for this one, which is number 9, I think this one is. No, number 7. So I'll just get that cut in there, which I presume it should be a cut. So just line that up with that number 5, so the top's level, I think, and then this kind of drops down a bit at the back and looks like it will fill in that gap here. Well, hope so anyway. Now you see where that was staggered, like on this one for the other side there. There's kind of, yeah, there's slightly different lengths. The ends, well, they do come out square. Tamiya are pretty clever, aren't they? So yeah, that's a straight line now. Nice one. So yeah, that tricky bit's over, and like I say, it's just this one that kind of matches up. So I'll just get that on and carry on with the other side. And the next two major stickers to prepare are 12 and 13, and I think it's really important to get these cut really tight around the actual line, because I think on that curve and that curve they're going to be fitting to the curves on the body. I think it's the wheel arch and the headlamp, so let's just do a test fit. Alright, so looking at the instructions, this obviously has got a curve round here and end up going straight along that body line to the nose of the car. And then you've got this part here, it's got to line up with the wheel arch and go around there. And then the top part, once it folds in like this, has got to follow that body line there, right along by that grill, if you can see that. So this looks, yeah, really tricky. I'm going to try and line it up to start with the wheel arch and the corner of the light to get it somewhere in the right place, and then try and yeah, get the rest of the decal to follow the lines. Whew, here we go. So that's right. So I'm going to try and now get the little bit onto the wheel arch itself. Let's get this out of the way, it's getting on my nerves. So the top of that is kind of aligned with the top of the arch. Now I might be able to do this without heat. There's this bit there where it's going to flip over, and hopefully that's going to go straight on. Yeah, with a bit of luck. Yep, that heat really helped. So yep, there's the one. I'll get on and do the other side. Now it's 16, 17 and 18. These are 16 and 17. Weird shapes, but you can see quite clearly if you look at the lines on the body where the top of that sticker's got to align with that decal. And yeah, it's got to fold around this really sharp curve, so definitely going to need the heat on there. Same for the other side, and then 18 is going to go, and again it's going to have to fold over that really sharp bend. So yeah, this one's going to be a bit tricky as well. So I'm just going to get the top on and then get some heat on to try and fold the other bit round. Use my trusty cutting board to get in there. That is a tricky sticker. Okay, so yeah, it does go on, but it's yeah, not an easy one, that. I hope there's not many more like this. So you get the two sides on, and then finally number 18 is a long piece, goes in the middle. Beware, because that actually isn't straight edge when you cut it out, but you've got to kind of align that up with the top of that body line, and you can see it's all wrinkled up as I've tried to fold it over. So again, I'm going to get some heat on and hopefully it will go around. But I must admit, this is really trying my sticker skills, this is. I think I'm getting there, and I think it will be okay, but yeah, we'll just keep going. Take our time and take it carefully. So I've actually managed to get it straight. Looks okay, so yeah, just perseverance. I think there's a couple of little bubbles that are inevitable really underneath, but anyway, you're not going to see those. Mainly get that nice crisp line along there, and yeah. And I'll just stop on this tricky bit for you, which is I think the stickers 51, 53, 54 and 55. So you've got this one goes over that kind of vent thing there, like that. I think this is going to be the hardest one to fit because it's got to go into this contour. Yeah, if you can see that, look, it's going to fold in like so. So yeah, that's the first one to put on, and then this one goes around it, I think somewhere like that, and then this one fits at the bottom. Okay, so we'll get this one on first, and I think again I'm going to need a bit of heat for this job. So we'll just start it off by trying to get this edge lined up first. I'm just taking a bit of the backing off that, and then I'll go from there. Okay, now I've got the top edge aligned. I'm going to try and get a bit of heat on and make sure get these creases out. Well, it's gone in okay. I don't think you'd get the sticker in without applying heat, but okay, so the next one in number order is going to be this one. So now I'm about to put these stickers, well, I'll put the one sticker on here. I'm going to do the front splitter, and I'm going to deviate from the numbered order again. As it shows at the bottom here, we've got 35, 36, that's 37 I think, yeah, and this is 38. So normally you'd put these on after the top ones, and these would flip up and over, I think, and you might see a lip. So I'm going to put obviously these on first. You're going to need some heat around this curve, and then put the other one on top after, and hopefully that little blue lip will fold down and it'll be less conspicuous when you might see the line otherwise of the join of the stickers. Anyway, that's the plan. Let's have a go. Okay, it looks like it's going okay, so I'm just going to get some heat on and press that down. On to the next bit. Let's finish off the front grille with these parts, which is 92 along the bottom, 93, 94, and then the grille itself 95, and they're going to fit in here. Okay, so that sticker was a lot more difficult to put on than I thought it would be. I had real trouble with it. It wouldn't curve round here, and I kept getting a gap where you could see the white paint here, so really had to kind of force it down and into the corners, and it didn't look like it'd fit, but once you curve it round these contours, it does obviously fit quite well. So not looking forward to this one, because this is going to curve right round that lip. But what I'm going to do is line up the top of the sticker with the body line there, and then once that's attached, then get some heat on it and then try and fold it round that corner. So that's the plan anyway. As you can see, that's the top edge of line. Now I've just got to get this curved round. So yeah. You can see I'm using various little tools to get this into this corner. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's gone in. I apologise with the light here, but yeah, you might just about be able to see that. So yeah, I'll do exactly the same for the one on the other side. So that's the grille done. Now for the bonnet stripe. With this you have to put number 97 first into that indentation on the bonnet, and then you've got to cut that same shape out of the sticker there for the stripe, and then we're going to line this up at the top and down the side of the blue sticker. So with all the decals on the body finished, it's time to do these extra parts. So we've got the light cases and the mirrors. For the mirrors, very strangely for a Tamiya kit, you have to cut out the sticker and then stick it on one of those offcuts you did from the body. So you can see I've stuck it on there. Then you've got to cut it out and you end up with something like that. And then strangely then you've got to double-sided tape that into the mirror itself. Something like that. So that's the mirrors. And as for the light cases, there's one I've already done, and I've got to say these are really fiddly. Cutting these thin silver straight, well, curved lines is really difficult to do, and still getting a straight edge. And the stickers that go over the light housings themselves are yeah, really complex curves, so you can see you're definitely going to need some heat on those stickers. So yeah, I'll just get on with this one and fast forward through a bit of that footage. That's the light cases fitted, and don't they look fantastic? I think that really raises this above the level of detail of most Tamiya bodies, and that kind of thing just sets this one apart. So yeah, really pleased with those. I think it looks fantastic. And I've already fitted one of the buttresses. All you need is some of that double-sided clear tape, one little piece there, one there, and one here, and we'll get the other one on and just line it up. I think that looks about right, so I'll try and give it a good push down on that tape. Yeah, and that looks really cool as well. I like that. Again, another bit of detail that you don't normally get. So yeah, just fitted the wing mirrors. Just simply a snap pin, an R pin, and an O-ring, piece of cake, and we'll get on with the rear wing now, which is simply a case of pushing it through the 2 holes in the back there, and then you've got this plastic part, I think it's H2, and your 2 10mm screws, self-tappers, and I think we're about there. I've got some still shots of this that I'll put at the end that I took outside in the natural light so you can see what it looks like. I hope you catch those. They'll be right at the end of the video. Okay, so the last thing to do is to get this lovely body sat on the TT02 chassis, and here it is. It looks pretty good. It looks better when it's sat down on the road and these wheels are up in the arches, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm really pleased with the way it's come out. Hopefully you'll catch the video I've done on this chassis. It's not standard. I've made quite a few, probably about 10 or 12 hop-ups and mods, all nice and cheap, so I hope you catch that video. And all that remains is for us to find some decent weather here in the UK so that I can get out and give this its first run, which I'm really looking forward to, and maybe a speed test or two. All that's left for me to say again is thanks for following along. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye.